Okay, so for today's episode, there's a couple things that we have to do to get ready for the next 2 episodes. Number 1, I'm gonna teach you guys about stalks and how that can be used in your cooking. Number 2, I'm gonna show you guys how to break down a whole duck, a little bit of fabrication. And number 3, we're gonna make a curry powder. This is Keon here with Keyflavors, and I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Masters in the Making. All right, so what is a stock? A stock is a very flavorful liquid that you can use to enhance your soups. You can use it to enhance your sauces or your stews. So today we're gonna make a stock with some duck, and in the future I'm gonna show you guys how to make it with some shrimp shells. Okay, now before we get to the duck, we're gonna talk a little bit about this. All of this is what's really gonna impart that flavor into the stock that we want. This is what the stock is made of. So we got our carrots, we got onions, we got bell peppers, we got celery. I put some ginger in there, some garlic. I also have some black pepper, some coriander seeds, and we got some allspice in there. I also put a little bit of hot peppers, all right? When I'm fabricating, I kind of like to start at the legs and then work my way up. We're gonna turn this. I also, if you notice, I have a plastic board. I don't like to use wood when I'm working with meats, just because a lot of that gets trapped inside the wood and it gets a little gross after a while. All right, so now we'll make a cut right here. And this direction that I went right here, that's the direction that you wanna go. Okay, so we'll make a nice cut, and then there's like a little oyster right here. You can find this on the chicken too. We want that meat. So now I'm gonna come through here and I'm gonna make another cut here, and then I'm gonna open this up. All right, now I'm gonna break the bone, and then I'm just gonna slide my knife. There's a flat bone right here. I'm just gonna bring my knife all the way down. I'm gonna trim off some of the excess fat, and we'll put this over here, and that's it. We already have a leg off. All right, let's put that over there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna show you guys kind of everything on one side, and whatever you do to the right side, you do to the left side. And we wanna get this wing off, find where the joint is, and then you'll just cut through it. This will also go into our stock. All right, now the reason I'm saving this fat is because we're going to use it later on for some of our cooking. All right, duck fat is really very flavorful and very nice to cook with. Now you see all this excess, all this fat right here. We're going to just trim that off. When you open it, there's a lot of fat right here, so we're going to get rid of this as well. When you're getting the breast, you want to feel for this bone right here in the center, and then we're going to make an incision down. And then wherever your knife falls, that's where you start. So if it falls on the right side, we start on the right, and vice versa. All right, so now we're gonna come down here, and then we're gonna just slide our knife down the rib cage and get off as much meat as we can. All right, so right here, you'll find the wishbone. Sometimes it's broken, sometimes it's not, but you wanna get around it and get all of that meat off of it. All right, so that's the wishbone right there. And then I'm just getting around it like that. All right, so now I'm just gonna slide down, right, get all of that meat off. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna cut through the wing. All right, we're gonna snap right here, and we're gonna cut through here, and there we have it. I'm just gonna cut around the wing, all right, and I'm gonna clean this up, okay? And this right here This is the tenderloin. We could save that for later. That's our first duck breast. So we'll put that right there. Right, this is our second tenderloin. There's some silver skin right here. Right, that's connective tissue, and we don't want that. Right, so we're just gonna peel that off. We're gonna get under. Right, and then just clean up this duck. We're gonna put some score marks in these so that when we render it, it can release a lot of the fat and it'll get nice and crispy. So we'll score this and then put it in the fridge for a couple days at a very cold temperature so that the skin can dry out, and that will also help with the texture, that crispy texture that we want. All right, so of course we're gonna do this with our second set of duck, but for now, this is gonna be just a very simple marinade. I'm just gonna go with some Maggi on top of this right here. I'm gonna put some of the green seasoning that we made. Very simple, and we'll flavor it some more later on. And now we're gonna vac seal this. Let's open this up. Now, this is one of the best ways to really get your flavor trapped in there so that none of the juices or anything leaks out, and it actually permeates the skin of the meat and get inside. All right, so. All right, so then let's open this. This is nice and sealed, and then we're gonna store this and then come back to this. Okay, so now before we put this into the oven, one last touch. Y'all know I like the sesame oil, so I'm just gonna pour some sesame oil on here. You can use olive oil, you can use whatever oil you like, but this is just so that, you know, we kind of coat it in a little bit of oil so that it doesn't get too burnt and it gets more of that caramel browning. Okay, so now we're gonna make our curry powder. And of course, I'll have a link to all of this in the description below. So now we're just gonna start by toasting our spices. We're not adding any oil or anything to this. These are gonna release their own oils. First, I'm gonna go on with some coriander. Then we're gonna go on with some fennel, some jeera, some black and yellow mustard seeds. I like to add a little bit of black peppercorn just to add a little bit of spice to it. I don't wanna add too much though. So I'm gonna go on with about half of this. When you're making this, you wanna make sure that you keep swirling the pan around, right? And you wanna keep it on the flame so that the heat is constantly hitting it, but you don't want it to get burnt on one side and then not on the other. You wanna even cook throughout this whole process. And we're doing this so that we can release all of the oils that's trapped inside, and that'll get rid of the moisture and make it more potent. Now, I already have some curry leaves. This is optional. You don't have to go in with these, but I think it just adds flavor to it. So I'm gonna go in with my curry leaves. And I went ahead and I dried some fresh turmeric and some fresh ginger. You could do this in your air fryer, or if it's like a really humid day, you can slice them up really thin and let them dry outside in the sun. So I'm gonna go in with these, right? Now we're gonna mix everything up. Let's put it in a blender. there you have it. We have our curry powder and we have our duck stock. It'll be a lot to use all of this. So one of the tricks I like to do is to put them in ice trays and then freeze them, and then when I'm ready for a hit of that flavor, I'll just take it out, put it in my pot, and then we're good to go. All right, so I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Masters in the Making. So I'll catch you in the next one. To God be the glory. Stay blessed.